Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're reviewing the cheapest GAMO rifle that they sell. Other than there's a kid's one they sell, but this one is made for adults. This one right here is the GAMO Shadow Whisper. They need to chill out with their names, definitely. I get it, okay? Well, anyways, this one right here you can pick up for literally $100 at Walmart. I mean, you're getting a GAMO rifle with a GAMO scope. It even has iron sights. And all that for $100. It has a suppressor built on, thumb hole stock. It's a sweet deal. Definitely really cool. Definitely had to pick it up. I was going to pick up the Crosman F4 before I bought this. It's gone up in price. It was $100 as well. This one's way cooler for $100. Why not just get this one? So Crosman, you need to lower your prices on your F4, and then I'll do a review on it. So let's start out with the specs of this rifle. It's .177. And they claim it shoots 1,250 feet per second with PBA alloy pellets that are extremely light, so they travel faster. It even says it right here on the barrel. It says 1,250 feet per second with alloy pellets, which I'll show you here in a second. You're wondering to yourself, what's with all the colorful water bottles? Well, we're doing my water bottle test again today. This time we're going to see how many water bottles it can go through. So place your guess in the comments how many it'll go through on the first shot. Well, obviously we're only getting one shot at this because I'm not doing all these colorful things again. Just like all the other cheaper GAMO rifles, this one comes with a cheaper GAMO scope. It's not adjustable, it's just there. I mean, you can adjust obviously left, right, up, and down, you know, make sure it's on, which I did sight in before I got in front of the camera. Just kinda, I didn't get it perfect or nothing. I didn't have like a board up. I was just shooting at the plates down there and then just seeing where it was hitting. I got it roughly on. Good enough where I could hunt with it if I wanted to. This is a sweet rifle. It still even has a nice rubber butt pad on it and a cheek riser. And the coolest part, the suppressor. The suppressor is awesome. I love it. But you could definitely tell it's a Springer gun, which means it uses a spring inside instead of a nitro piston. You can definitely tell it's a spring gun because when you cock it, you can hear that spring winding up in there. It's always just feels nasty when you're cocking it, but that's just like all the old BB guns used to be, and they last 30 years, so this one will probably last 30 years as well. I'll also be doing some chronograph testing with this today to see where it shoots at with lead pellets. If I had to guess, it's going to shoot roughly 900 feet per second with .177. Somewhere in there. It should be right at 900 feet per second, but we'll have to see when we get to that. I literally just picked this gun up last night. I was sitting in the section there, and I was like, I've always wanted to do a review on the F4 because it's a nitro piston, but it was $100 now, which it used to be $80. So I was like, this was next to it for $100, and I was like, I would prefer the GAMO. Even though I know that Crosman owns GAMO, they're like two completely different companies in my opinion. If this had a nitro piston in it, this would be like the ultimate deal, but it doesn't. But it's still the ultimate deal really, because like 1,250 feet per second for $100. Now, let's start with the cons of this rifle, which there's just a few. The scope, I'm not a big fan of this scope. This scope is not that good. Where it's not adjustable or anything, it seems like it's not going to hold its sights on really well. Like, I feel like if this fell over, it's going to knock the sights out, which it probably would. But what do you expect for $100? Now, the other thing, this thumb hole right here, it feels good for $100, but just because it's $100. I'm glad it has it compared to not, but this right here will rub the top of your hand if you have bigger hands like me. If you have smaller hands, it's probably not going to be a problem. The last thing is, because it's a spring piston gun, I mean, it's not nitro gas piston, which is better, more reliable. It's still going to last. It's going to shoot just as good as ever. It's good enough to get whatever you need done. I would definitely go hunting with this. I would go hunting with it right now. I have it sighted in good enough for that. Now let's talk about the ring on the back, which I always get comments about what do the rings stand for on the back of the guns. Well, I'll show you. Right here on the back of the box, it says that red is for pest control and recreation. The green is specifically for hunting, and the blue is for target and competition shooting, which I've never seen one with a blue ring. GAMO needs to reach out and send me one with a blue ring. I want to see one. I think they only sell them in Europe though, but I don't know. I've just never seen one for sale with a blue ring in the United States. GAMO has a great customer service. Like, if you register the gun when you get it, like if anything happens to it, they will replace it. This one only has a 1-year warranty on it, So be careful about that. But if you pretty much buy any GAMO rifle, if you have any problems, you talk to them, they'll fix it up for you. They're really good. I've had problems before where like a bolt backed out. Well, they sent me another bolt for free, sent it straight to my door, had it here in less than a week. It was really cool. They're really good at what they do. They're nice. Customer service is great, so shout out to them for that. So let's talk about the looks of the gun. I think it looks great. I think it's a pretty cool looking gun for $100. Definitely pretty cool. The way that the end of the barrel looks is just great with the suppressor on there, and then this front sight, which is a metal sight by the way, on top. Pretty cool. So the sights on this thing are adjustable. The fixed ones, by the way. They're adjustable. They're pretty nice. It has the fluorescent tubes on it so you can see it really good in the light. It's really cool. They're actually pretty nice. They seem to be made of metal, which is even better. Well, I mean, they kind of got to be, or you're going to drop it and it's going to break or something. They're adjustable. The front one isn't, but the rear one is. The front is fixed with a cover around it, but the rear one, fully adjustable side and side, up and down with these knobs. Since it has these on it, I noticed when I'm looking through the scope, at the very bottom, when you're aiming down the sights, you can see the shroud on the front. Just a little bit. And it's kind of not that bad because it helps you line up your parallel. Like when you're staring down the scope, you can kind of put that on the crosshair just a bit and line up exactly perfect where it needs to be. Instead of being off just a little bit, it actually helps you line it up a little bit more, which is actually pretty cool. But let's start by chronographing this thing. I'll set this thing up and we'll shoot some rounds through it and see what we can get with this gun. We're using Crosman Premier hollow points. The basic ammo, this is what you can get everywhere. This is the most common ammo in the world, pretty much. It's everywhere. That's why I use it, because everyone else does. Let me set this thing up and we'll start shooting at it. Just so you guys know, I filmed a video the other day and had to delete the whole thing because of wind. It wasn't even that bad. And like, I had to delete the entire video because of it. So that's why I haven't posted in a few weeks. I literally filmed it like last week and it was just so bad I couldn't even post it. But alright, let's see what this thing does. Alright, .177 Crosman Premier hollow points. Let's do this. Ooh, 937 feet per second. Hey, that's a little bit faster than I was expecting. Alright, let's try another one. I'm gonna do like 5 rounds through it, just see what we get. 903 feet per second. 901 feet per second. I was pretty dang accurate with my guess so far. 910 feet per second. 905 feet per second. And last one, 906 feet per second. So alright, at 910 feet per second with these 7.9 grain pellets, it comes out to about 14.5 foot-pounds of energy, which is pretty good. It'll definitely take down a squirrel for sure. Any pest control you have like that. I was right in guessing it'd be around 900 feet per second. I guessed that off of the GAMO Magnum I have, because when I use the Crosman Premier pellets with it, it shoots about 900 feet per second, about 910 feet per second. So I was assuming this would be about the same, and I was right. So good guess. So that's pretty dang quick for a 177. I know obviously there is faster. I really want to try out the GAMO Magnum in 177 because that would be so freaking fun. I want to try it out so bad. They're just so expensive. I don't want to buy one for that. So yeah, this makes the only 177 gun I have in the house other than a Kodak, a silver Kodak, and that thing, Kodiak or whatever, and it's not any good. So my first good 177 rifle right here. Pretty cool. Alright, let's see how many of these that this will go through using the Crosman Premier hollow points. I don't know how many it's going to go through. I'm going to guess 2. It's going to go through 2 and stop in the 3rd. That's my guess. Who knows? It could stop short because it's 177, but I have no clue at all. Let's try it. Alright, let's see how many of these it'll go through. We're loaded. This is going to be messy as crap. It wasn't too bad, so we're good. We went through the first one. No surprise there. We went through the second one. Did we go all the way through it? Hold on a minute. Let me empty this. Oh. Son of a gun. I think I was right. Because we got a hole here in this one that looks like pee. Oh, we caught the pellet in there. Just what I thought. We caught us a little pellet. I was right. once again, it's almost like I know what I'm talking about sometimes. All right, let's shoot at some targets down here. I have some blue water bottles set up. I'll zoom in on the camera so you can see them, but I'll be using the Crosman pellets again because most common, good results, you know. I mean, like this is the kind of results you're gonna get if you get Walmart ammo, pretty much. Well, let's get shooting at these targets. Just so you can get an idea of how far we're shooting. We're gonna start on the plates. We're gonna start with the big one. The table is soaked. This is stupid. Okay. We hit the big one. Let's go for the smaller one. Okay. And we hit the small one. Let's go for that blue water bottle. Oh, we knocked him out. Now let's go for that water bottle. Now let's get that one. Oh, that was a smack right there. Now the hardest target of all. I don't even know if I'm gonna hit it. Now I'm gonna aim for that top little tiny circle. It's about an inch, maybe an inch and a half. It's gonna be a tough one to hit. I'll try it. And I nicked it. I barely nicked it. Let's try that again. That's the hardest target I have on my little range here. And I hit it. And as you can see, it's as accurate as I am, which isn't that accurate. It's a freaking awesome deal for $100. Buy it. I mean, if you don't have a 177 or if you don't have a pellet rifle and your budget's $100, this thing right here, this is the gun for you. I love this thing. It's actually pretty freaking cool for $100. And if I forgot to mention at the beginning, this has an adjustable trigger on it, so you can adjust the trigger. I'll do a little bit of close-up on it before I quit the video, just so you can like see all the details of it and everything up close. But we didn't miss a target today, which is always a good feeling for me, so I'm not getting embarrassed in front of you. As you can see, it was shooting good, no problems. I was hitting my target every time, which is what matters when you're hunting. Well, that's what counts. You got to hit your target. Power doesn't matter as much as shot placement. And with this thing, I can shoot a 1-inch target down there with this at what, like 20 yards? I mean, that's pretty good. Now let's do a little close-up of this, and then I can show you all the little details up close so you can get a good feel for what it looks like and see the detail and quality of it. And like I was saying about the FPS, let's see, 1,250 feet per second with alloy pellets. I'm trying to get out of the sun for you guys. Here, you can check out the stock. It's pretty slick, right? Check out that sight. It's pretty decent. The sight is pretty decent. Then the barrel. See what I was talking about, the shroud. It's a pretty sleek looking gun. It really is. So I want to end off this video saying thank you guys for subscribing. Hope you guys like the content I come out with. I'm trying to mix match it where I do a real firearm, then I do a pellet rifle, and just keep switching it back and forth, because I don't want to be stuck just doing pellet rifles, because I like everything that shoots. And I know a lot of you are here for pellet rifles. I'm not going to stop doing pellet rifles, but it's going to be like 50-50. I'm going to do pellet rifle and then actual firearms, just because I'm a big fan of guns in general. But thank you guys for coming and watching the video. I hope you liked it. If you really want a pellet rifle for $100, this is the one you should get. I mean, $100, this is it. It's a sleek gun. It's very simple. There's no rotary mag on it like the newer GAMOs and stuff like that. It's just a simple, straight pellet rifle, just like everybody should own. I hope you guys subscribe. Please leave a like, because that helps me a lot more than you think it does. Liking it and comments. Oh, I reply to every comment. Just so you know, every comment. Unless you're being mean. then I still might, but I try not to reply to bad ones because, you know, I don't like arguing. Stupid wind. So leave a comment, have any questions, want me to review something else, leave a comment about it. I'll see what I can do to get one. I like keeping it, you know, stuff that's pretty popular, so if there's more comments about one thing, I'll do a video on it. But anyways, thank you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. I got a haircut. My wife did it. It's just a little crooked.